My friend's annoying parents invite themselves to everything we do. Now I'm sick of it and want to cut her out of my life so I never see them again. Danny, 28 feet, and I, 28 feet, have been friends for 10 years. We met in college on the first day of class and hit it off right away. She's always been really close with her family, and I always thought that was so sweet since I'm not very close to mine. After graduation, she moved back in with her parents and I moved into a house with roommates. A year later I got a job and moved to the other side of the country for 4 years. Danny and I would text every day and FaceTime at least once a week just to keep up with each other. I visited every year around Christmas time, and she visited me a few times too. I moved back to my hometown in January and I got to see all the little details that she forgot to mention. Not only does Danny have a full-time adult job with a salary, she still lives at home with her parents who don't charge her for rent, and pay all her bills for her. Lucky gobbler. Her mom packs her lunches and dinners, does her laundry, cleans her room, and even though Danny's had her license since 16, her parents drive her everywhere, even to work. Her parents have a lot of power over her. Last year our friend group planned a day trip to Seattle, but she forgot to tell her parents. Her mom yelled at her and told us she wasn't allowed to come. Mind you, this was last year. She was 27. We went on a girls' trips last summer, a week long, and Danny told us the day we were leaving that her parents were coming too, but in their own car. We were all shocked because any normal person would have convinced them not to come. Suddenly the trip didn't seem as exciting. The destination was 6 hours away, and she had passed on our whole itinerary to them so they would be eating and going to the same places we were. When we brought this up with her, she didn't see the problem with it and said that her parents could go wherever they wanted since it's a free country. Every time thereafter, her parents would show up to our hangouts. We'd go to the beach for a picnic, I'd see her parents walking along the shore. We'd go to a movie and her parents would be 5 rows behind us. Since last summer, I've realized that we're just really different. I'm a lot more independent, and as much as I would love to have my lunches packed for me, not have to pay rent or bills, and have someone do my laundry, I also really value having the freedom to drive myself to work and not having to ask permission to go somewhere, much less having my parents tag along on outings. It's clear that our 20s have been experienced very differently. The most recent situation happened a couple weeks ago when our friend group wanted to go on a Christmas trip to Leavenworth, a Bavarian Christmas town. Our mutual friend joked that maybe Danny's parents will come too. Her response? Yeah, they looked up the place and thought it was cute, so they're thinking of coming too. Everyone just stared at her. I took her aside and we had a conversation about spending time away from her parents. They are free to do whatever they want, but maybe they could also do those things at different times than we do. I also told her that I didn't feel like hanging out with her sometimes because it felt like a package deal. She was furious and yelled at me. She told me I was an asshole and that family was really important to her, that I'm just jealous because I don't have a family. Damn. Our friend group decided to cancel the trip, and even though I was really looking forward to it, a few of us voiced that we didn't want our first time there to be with Danny's parents who invited themselves. It's been 2 weeks since she's texted me back, and the longest time we've gone without contact. What will you guys do in this situation? Update. First and foremost, thank you for all the advice and comments. After a month and a half of no contact, I've decided to move on from my friendship with Danielle. She hasn't reached out and I think she might have blocked my number. My therapist once said you can give yourself closure whenever you want, and as sad as it is, I can't keep doing this. We've had some really good times, but if she doesn't want to resolve this, then I guess that's it. I'm giving myself time to mourn the loss of our 10-year friendship, and I hope she gets out of whatever's happening with her family. I have no doubt that her parents are really supportive of her decision to cut me out. They're her friends now. On another note, my friends and I ended up going to Leavenworth last week and we had a really, really great time. I wish everyone well, and I'll be looking to make new and better friends in the future.